Hey family, I truly hope you're doing well. I get so many questions every day about my time management, productivity, ways that I'm able to stay motivated, get disciplined, and also build more healthy habits. And look, I am no superhuman, honey. I tell y'all all the time, I still have my struggles and I fail, fall and immediately learn, okay? That's something that's coming to y'all soon. But I definitely want to make sure that I'm imparting this knowledge onto you. I know many of you see that I've climbed to the top of my career. I've been able to establish relationships and networks, build a business, and also not only that, lose over 100 pounds, keep it off for years, nearly 20 years now. And also now in my pregnancy, I'm still working out 5 days a week to take care of me. And I don't do that for my praise. I do that because I realize it's important to stay healthy and show others that it is possible, even with failures, to be and do what it is you want. So I'm nobody special. I do believe I have diligence, patience that pushes beyond most, but you can also learn that. And I got you today with my 9 proven strategies that really do work. And these are science-backed, but not only that, these are things that I've not only used in my own life, but I've watched others use. And y'all know I mentor. My program is listed down below. It's coming back soon. But I really wanted to share and impart that knowledge and wisdom with you all as well, because I'm finding myself as I'm becoming a mother wanting to do that more. So let me know if you like this kind of content by clicking like, and also letting me know in the comments what you'd like to see in the future, and also tell me your stories as well. Let's jump right in. So we got to know those strengths and weaknesses. And I don't care who you are, even superwoman, you have weaknesses. There could be a desire for alcohol, smoking, unhealthy eating, over excessive video games, and even social media. And weaknesses don't just come in the form of where we lack full self-control. It could just be the areas where you're refusing to work on things that you know need work. For example, for your girl, that was fitness. I would make every excuse to not make a plan. And get this, y'all, I would make cute little names for the state of my health, like pleasantly plump or just a little bit of chunky, Or I would make excuses for not being able to take the stairs or even try to eat more healthy. Self-awareness itself became a powerful tool for me to grow. I realized I didn't believe in myself. I didn't think I could succeed. Click like if you can relate. Who wants to face the fact that they don't have self-esteem or self-discipline to see a plan through that they say they want for their life? But once I started getting my butt to that gym, even just for a few moments, or switching out 2 of my unhealthy meals for 2 healthier ones a week, I started to feel more accomplished and like I could trust myself. I was becoming more confident. I meal prepped and I stayed in that gym. Do you hear me? And like I told y'all, I'm about to be 9 months pregnant, and that discipline has carried over to me working out almost 5 days a week most weeks now. Too often we like to behave like our vulnerabilities don't exist when they are actually your superpower. We just throw our hands up and say, oh well. But I had to learn my strengths and lead into learning and accepting my flaws. And let me tell you something, you won't overcome all of that until you do. We must remove those temptations from our area. Look, I know y'all have heard this saying, out of sight, out of mind, but it's true. When you remove things that are your biggest temptations out of your area, you tend to collect or get better at more self-discipline. When I decided to pursue my career, everything in my life had to change. I had to not only envision myself being a successful clinical psychologist, a speaker, a clinic director, also a person getting through all of these board exams and acing all of these tests, and I had to really dig deep. I even removed myself geographically and had to change states. Look, I love St. Louis. I'm from the Lou and I'm proud, but baby, that wasn't the place where I was going to establish what I wanted. I learned to eat healthy and I lost all that weight. And guess what that did? That in turn helped me to become more focused on my studies and also my self-care. I drank less and I kept little to no alcohol in my home. When I decided to enhance my productivity, I also had to enhance the management of my to-do list. That took me turning off social media notifications and also silencing my phone. And guess what? Your girl had to let go of meaningless, stupid relationships that I was involving myself in that were only taking my time. If people were not for me getting to where I wanted to go, not necessarily even putting in a hand to help me, then I was going to move forward because it was going to be getting to what I needed to do or die trying. Remember this, prioritize and execute. If those things are for you, they will still be there for you after you're done getting to what you need to. And also those relationships you're building, quality over quantity. You don't need that many many people in your back pocket. Further, you don't have to spend all your waking moments with every friend. If they're really for you, they'll still be there. The fewer distractions you have, the more focused you can be on accomplishing your goals. And as people, places, and things, we have to learn to set clear goals and have an execution plan. I have a question for you. What does success mean to you? No, really. Let me know down below in the comments. To get to greater self-discipline, you have to have a clear vision and a plan to accomplish those goals. When you don't know where you're headed, even in a car, it's easy for you to get knocked off your path. I've had to learn that having 100 different priorities and saying yes to everything and everyone meant that I didn't have any priorities at all. A clear plan helps you to outline each time-bound step that it takes to get to your goal, each level. When I wanted to earn tenure and be a young full professor, I could not play. I had to be serious. I looked at the age of the average full professor and I factored in all the things that I said that I wanted and how I would get there. The average age is 55 years old. From the beginning, I looked at what it took. I didn't avoid those goals. I looked at them so that I could scare the heck out of myself and know exactly what it would take. I got the mentors that had done it or knew what it took to do it. And I checked on myself realistically and checked myself realistically when I wasn't doing the things that lended themselves to getting to that goal. Have a mantra that keeps you focused. Mine was get what you need for life or die trying. And some people could even call me selfish. Yes, I ended a lot of relationships, even friendship, because if I felt that I was not getting to where I needed to go because I was distracted by things that were unrealistic. I'm saying relationships take time, they take dedication, but sometimes you gotta focus on yourself instead of everybody else in their needs. And yes, that led to me getting married later in life. That led to me establishing a lot of networks later in life and now being pregnant at 40, and I wouldn't take it back for nothing. And this is how I stay on track, emotionally connect with my mission, and also see a clear finish line. We get diligent by practicing self-discipline daily. And let me be honest with y'all, it is so draining. I know I make it look easy sometimes, and even sometimes I have to look at myself like, girl, seriously. When I wanted a real relationship, there were times where I cried when I was cutting off the booze and the dips. And my temptations were strong for entertaining foolishness, especially when I set the goal. But the goal became the bigger picture. But I had to focus on loving me. Self-care and growth were key. Why y'all think I've been doing this on YouTube for so long? It served as a reminder of what I've come through. It also pushes me daily to keep going when I see myself doing these things. A loving God-ordained relationship with my equal was what I desired. This helped me build a real foundation for a family, the one I wanted. This came through willpower and self-control and nothing more. In order to practice daily diligence, I had to have a plan. Put what you want on your calendar, your to-do list, or heck, write it on your body or your wrist if you may, okay? With practice, anyone can push the boundaries of their personal goals. It's gonna take work though. And I've learned this even more with developing skills in various ways. Y'all, I've learned so much from Skillshare, and they're the sponsor of today's video. You may know them for classes in photography, film, editing, and even illustration, but they have a span of lots of courses and classes like graphic design, creative writing, animation, fine art, music production, productivity, web development, crafts, and more. Now, are you looking for ways to slide into that new side hustle? They also have classes in freelancing, UI, UX, entrepreneurship, marketing, and even social media. There you learn by doing and receive feedback from like-minded creatives. I like it because it takes the pressure off of starting small. If you want to learn a new skill, maybe you want more productivity tips or you're looking for new things to do like me all the time. Skillshare teachers are patient and take you step by step. And I know many of you are looking for new ways to switch it up with your career and overall life goals. So let me tell you about a new course that I'm loving. It's called Procrastinating. It's how to stop procrastinating and mastering productivity by Sean Morton. She explains the benefits of productivity and how it can enhance your life. And we know that's right. How to minimize distraction and the true effects of managing your time. And this all together adds to self-discipline. And y'all know I love for you to be able to learn with, and I got the hookup for you. The first 500 people to click my link in the description can get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare. Yes, 1-month free trial. Y'all better get it. Now, creating new daily habits is absolutely needed, but it's also the fun stuff. Y'all, it can sound so daunting and like so much, but let me tell y'all, instead of trying to change everything all at once, focus on one thing consistently or just one part of your goal. That way you can prove to yourself that you can move forward and you can see the goal more clearly. As you master different points, you become more confident naturally, which makes you want to move forward with the goal and not give it up or throw it all in the trash. For example, if you want to improve on your skincare, instead of buying a whole system and overhauling hundreds of dollars on something that you might not even like, incorporate a new skin mask once a week. See if you can stick with it. If you like it, move up to the next product and see if you can stick with that as well. Then your whole system might change over time. Want to get active? Start with 10 to 15 minutes a day, or if you were me, baby, I walked into the gym the first time, okay? That was it. 5 minutes after that and 10 minutes thereafter, not 2 to 3 hours to start. And if you want to eat healthier, change your eating habits slowly. Grow your grocery list. Also, prepare a meal or two a week and then get into more meal prep as you grow. That way, it won't seem so hard. When your mindset is less fixed and start to shift, then you can see more goals and add them to your list so that you're not overwhelmed and bogged down. Over and over again, I've had to change what I think about willpower. To unlock my willpower, I had to first prove to myself that it was even there. This helped me to achieve more and develop mental toughness. My thoughts about willpower and self-control really did determine whether or not I met a goal or if I just threw it away. I believe that I can be committed to my health, my family, my friends, and my overall life and well-being. And I believe this even when it gets hard. Working out in pregnancy now is tough. Y'all, I huff and I puff and I grunt almost every day. My husband even has to help me get out of the bed sometimes. I know I can only do what I can do, and I show up and prove myself. That then ends up showing me that I can do much more with my life, even when it hurt and when it makes no sense. When you truly believe you can do it, you give yourself an extra burst of motivation and you trust yourself more. And this is how I've made all my goals a reality. I had to learn how to become a master of taking detours. I had to learn to give myself a plan of handling difficult situations, even when I didn't expect them, so that I wouldn't be so quick to give up. And I'm not talking a backup plan just because I didn't feel that I would fail plan A. We're not talking mediocrity. When I first applied for my first professorate position, that first school said no. I could have quit and froze and applying and trying. I didn't. And get this, I ended up with 3 other offers from 3 other universities. And guess what? That other university came back and tried to get me back as well. I had to know all along that my goal would be achieved, but there might be a detour. I might not have ended up where I wanted to be immediately, but I would eventually get there. But I had to hold fast and stay prepared and not be so flimsy in the face of failure. This gave me better emotional control, especially in hard to deal with situations. And it also made me more prepared for situations that weren't as comfortable or the way that I had planned them. Now, it's important for us to find real coaches and mentors. And I say real heavily because we know it's a lot of people out here mentoring and coaching. Now, y'all have asked me a lot about how I found my own mentor. I would always say I watched what people did and I found out how I could help them, not just how they could help me. In essence, I found ways that I could pay them back for their time and efforts. And if they're amazing at what they do, then they are worth the investment. I look for people that were willing to learn all aspects of my performance. For instance, one of my mentors, she worked for our department and I loved what she was doing. She was the head of it. And I was able to go and watch her do certain things, perform research studies, prepare for different events and do other things. And I was able to not only ask her questions about them, but ask her how I could help so I could learn at the same time. She ended up knowing exactly what I needed to get to my next level, and she would speak up about it. To become an expert, I had to have humility. I look for mentors at work, church, community events, and even my peers. Just remember, all advice may not work in your life. When you choose a mentor, everything they say won't apply to you. You have to look at what's being offered, take the meat, and leave them bones. And last but certainly not least, learning to forgive yourself and moving along is one of the biggest steps of this. I've had ups and downs, great successes, and big failures. When that happens, I refuse to wallow in my sorrows for too long. And people have asked me how I've done that, but better yet, they've watched me do it and have even reminded me of my resilience. When I fail, I ask myself how it happened and I find the root cause. I don't allow myself to stay in the cycle of guilt, anger, and frustration. When you do that, you drag yourself down and you don't progress. You only focus on what you messed up. I get my head back in the game, okay? I psych myself out. And even if I failed miserably, I have to make myself look at that so that I can figure out how to avoid that the next time. I won't make the same mistake twice. I then execute without fail. And guess what? You can do the same thing. So look, y'all, I hope you've learned so much today about really enhancing your life through productivity, time management, getting those healthy habits together, and also becoming more self-disciplined. It is possible. You can do it. If I can do it, you can do it, okay? I will say that a million times over. Make sure that y'all check out Skillshare and get that first free month for free. Free. Also, make sure that you comment, share this video with someone who can use it, and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, y'all. Beautiful brown baby doll. Peace.